Hi, all. Thank you so much for your time and sitting through this. We're getting to the end of our keynote session, but our next speaker, Anjali Bhatia from CollegeWise, is a mission-driven CEO with a lifelong passion for helping students build the right skill sets. She's held a number of executive leadership positions within education over the last 12 years and holds her MBA from the Wharton School, where she received the Joseph Wharton Fellowship. She completed her undergraduate degree at Duke University, where she was the recipient of the Full Merit Scholarship, the Robertson Scholarship. Thank you so much, Anjali. Now let's get a round of applause.
Hello, everyone. I hope all of you are taking some time to just enjoy that electric feeling of winning something. You all put in so many hours on the app that you created. You probably had some late nights debugging. You probably were thinking through so much logic, figuring out how to pitch what you were doing. You've done some incredible work. And I really want you to feel that sensation of you did this. And now you are here at the US Capitol building around our nation's leader and in a room with so many like-minded, brilliant people. So relish this moment. And I'm also going to ask you to take a bit of a pause, a reflective pause when you have the time to think about what this winning actually means. Because at surface level, it's just pretty exciting to say, I won something this big. And my guess, knowing and working with a lot of high school students, is that people around you are also congratulating you on something specific. They're saying, wow, this is going to look so good on your college application. Are you guys hearing that? Okay, I see a lot of nods happening right now. You know what? I've been fortunate to be in this industry for many years, almost a decade of working with high school students. And the truth is that they're right. Winning something like the Congressional App Challenge is pretty awesome. And it's something you can talk about. And there's all sorts of ways that you can talk about it. There's all sorts of sections on the Common App. You have activities, you have honors, you have essays. And there is a time and a place where we're going to be able to talk to you about all of those things. And in fact, I think most of you have gotten the little card that we have a webinar on May 6th with CollegeWise talking about these sorts of things. But that's not what I'm going to talk about with you here today. Now, putting something like this on your college application is a good feeling. But if you're thinking about that as something that is the sole thing to be excited about, then there's a lot more. When people think of college applications, they think of it as this end goal, this prize that you're able to get into a great school. And maybe there's some of you out there who are saying, you know what, I don't even need college. I'm going to, take a fellowship or go straight into a startup. And even if the prize you're thinking about is something like Y Combinator, the same thing still holds. That you can be excited about some of these accomplishments, but there's a lot more in the underlying of what you did and what you can do. When people think of college admissions, they often think of former admissions or current admissions officers just checking off. Oh, they did this accomplishment. All right, they're good enough for my school. I'm fortunate that I get to work with a lot of admissions officers that can tell me what it was like in the room. And in fact, 2 of our former admissions officers are speaking at a seminar for the parents with me at 5:15. So parents, definitely come check us out. So that's a mini plug. But what people tend to forget when it comes to this whole process is that admissions officers are people too. And what they're actually deciding is not, hey, is this kid good enough for my school? What they actually have is the hope of the future. They are people, they are thinkers, they are community members. Many of them are parents themselves. And what they're hoping for is finding those students that have that spark that can jump into the messiest, the most difficult problems that our society is going to face, that humanity will face. So when they're giving you that offer to that school, it's not just about saying you got in. They're giving you the offer on the promise that you are going to go and do something more. Now, down the line, you're going to hear some version of this again with something else you do. Oh, that's going to look so good on your resume. What you did is going to be so good in your Y Combinator application video. And it's that same thing I want you to think about. You're getting congrats all around you. Take that moment of pause. Realize that this is not the end goal. This is the launch pad. Be curious. Figure out the problems around you. You winning, you being accepted, you achieving is not the end goal. It's what more you can do. And we very, very much realize that there's a time and a place that you get to celebrate your accomplishments. And I want you to take those moments. But again, you are so incredible. There's so much you can do. So I want you to just figure out what's next. What's the next thing I can tackle? What am I going to make of this? Who am I helping? Who am I forgetting? Take all of those moments and you're going to keep doing incredible things for our world. At the very end of this, as you walk down the hallway leaving the Capitol building, I don't want you to think about, all right, I have this one achievement. That makes me incredible. No, you're going to do so many more things beyond winning this Congressional App Challenge. So remember that, do incredible things, and we're excited to see how your story unfolds. Thank you all.